Well, I'm glad you got back with us. 7 principles when presenting a wise and effective appeal. We are on our 5th principle. I hope that you go back, pick these up, watch them all. It's going to save you some heartache as you operate under your God-given authorities, okay? So here's another principle for you. When you're going to your authorities and you're going to make an appeal to them, a wise and effective appeal, number 5 is this: have a right attitude. Have right attitude about yourself. It's important that you're not going in there haughty. You're not going in there trying to manipulate, intimidate, or have a right attitude. Now, first of all, when we're talking about having a right attitude, you need to operate with reverence, okay? Reverence. And you may not think your authorities deserve any reverence, but can I tell you something? Is if God put them in authorities, we read there in the first week of these blogs, God is the one that put everybody in authority, and they're God-ordained authorities. And therefore, you must learn how to reverence them, okay? I want to be careful here. I just want to say to you is I don't call our president by his last name. I call him, even though I may not agree with everything, I still call him President such and such. And I think that should be done. We should train our young people that way. You say, well, I just totally disagree with the authority that are over us. I know. Here in Acts 23, 1-5, watch this here. As in Paul, earnestly beholding the council, he said, men and brethren, I have lived in all good conscience before God unto this day. And then it says, and the high priest Ananias commanded them that stood by him to smite him on the mouth. And then said Paul unto him, God shall smite thee, thou whited wall. Thou sittest thou to judge me after the law, and commandest me to be smitten contrary to the law. And they that stood by, revilest thou God's high priest? Paul, look, you understand who you're talking to? And then said Paul, I wish not, brethren, that he was the high priest, for it is written, thou shalt not speak evil of the ruler of thy people. Did you see that verse? You should not speak evil of the ruler of thy people. And we do it all the time, and the media makes fun of rulers. And it hurts my heart. Paul was really, the high priest was wrong in saying, I'm going to smite him. It was illegal for him to have him smitten because he was a Roman citizen. It was illegal. And Paul threw the law at him. And yet, you know what superseded the law is the fact that the guy was in authority, and that you shouldn't, not that that breaking the law is good, but that your attitude toward them, that you should be reverence. Another attitude you should have is loyalty. There should be you should have a loyalty toward them. And when someone that's in authority, I know as a pastor, when I feel like people have my back and they're loyal to me, when they make an appeal, I'm more apt to listen to them, even if it's, and I go many times, I go against what I might think and receive their appeal because they're loyal to me, and I really do believe that they want my best. And then another one is in humility. When you go to present an effective, wise appeal to your authorities, you have to go in reverence, loyalty, and make sure you're walking in humility. Because God will, the Bible says, if you humble yourself, He'll exalt you. And then with gratefulness. In other words, when you go in, you're going in and say, I want to thank you for my job. I thank you for all you've done for me, Mom and Dad. I'm so thankful, honey, that you go to work and you work like you do. And Mom, I'm so thankful for you cleaning our house and doing our laundry. And thank you, boss, for what you've given me an opportunity to serve or be in this realm of employment or service in the church. And you go in with gratefulness, okay? So very, very important. We'll take up here next week. I want you to know that these appeals, these wise and effective appeals will work if you do them, okay?